I was born where the church paint peels, red dirt road in a rusted out Ford. Mama scrubbed blood from my old man's knuckles, said some debts you don't pay with the Lord. Sheriff took cash in a brown paper Bible, looked me dead in the face, said, son, if you ain't rich, you'll just future trouble. Tattooed that truth on my tongue. Brother got framed for a barroom killing. Whole town cheered when they slammed that gate. I stood outside with my jaw still twitching, swore right there I'd rewrite fate. In the glare of the jailhouse window, I counted their sins, not mine. Walked off slow through the weeds and gravel with a chip like a landmine. I'm on the devil's own payroll, paid in scars and dust and nights too long. Got a list of names in my pocket, each one's gonna choke on every wrong. I don't pray for peace or mercy, I just sharpen what they tried to do. Yeah, I'm cashing out slow, one coward at a time, on the devil's own payroll, paid in the lost souls. First on the list was the courthouse liar, white suit, gold tooth, slick black hair. Found him locked up in his tidy office, counting bribes in a leather chair. I kicked that door like a bad decision. He reached for a drawer, I smiled, laid a photo of my crying mother right on top of his crooked files. Said, you remember this scared old woman? You sold a boy for a shiny ring, tied his wrist with his fancy necktie, made him sign a full truth on everything. Walk him out past the blinking street sign, left him kneeling in the gravel and spit. Told him live long, feel every rumor, I want your whole good name to quit. I'm on the devil's own payroll, paid in scars and dust and nights too long. Got a list of names in my pocket, each one's gonna choke on every wrong. I don't pray for peace or mercy, I just sharpen what they tried to do. Yeah, I'm cashing out slow, one coward at a time, on the devil's own payroll, paid in the lost souls. Last on the list was that smiling sheriff, Bible underarm, hand on his gun, preaching loud at the county picnic like God and him were both as one. I waited till the band hit silence, till kids chased smoke and the old folks yawn. Met us there by the busted hay bales, moonlight rising over somebody's pond. Held up that same brown paper Bible, only this time stuffed with tape. Inside cold proof of every payoff, every poor man he helped to break. Crowd went still like the whole earth swallowed. He reached, but the town reached first. Pulled his badge like a loose riding tooth, left him standing in his Sunday shirt. I'm on the devil's own payroll, paid in scars and dust and nights too long. Got a list of names in my pocket, each one's gonna choke on every wrong. I don't pray for peace or mercy, I just sharpen what they tried to do. Yeah, I'm cashing out slow, one coward at a time, on the devil's own payroll, paid in the lost soul. I ain't dressed in red, I ain't dressed in white, just boots, old jeans, and the weight of the night. If heaven wants me, it knows where I ride, right down the same road, the great divide. Brother walks free past the rusted fence. His eyes still haunt me, but his back stands tall. I light one match for the lies that raised me. Watch that old town shadow crawl. I ain't clean, but I ain't their victim. Dust on my tongue, truth in my hope. Ride off slow with the dark beside me. Still on the devil's own payroll. Lift that paper in a pile of ashes. Name's still mine, but the state can't say. Hey. Blue lights buzzing in the rearview mirror. I killed the headlights, cut down counting 9. Tags half hanging, bumper wire with baling. Dust in my teeth, steel in my spine. Got a past due sticker on my Bible. Torn jeans, gas tank near E. Last paycheck went to alimony. Last prayer burned out on me. Judge gave me that crooked little lecture. Said, boy, this time you're mine. I smile, sign what he slid over, then walked out, sparked the line. Burn the warrant, let the flames decide. If I'm guilty, you want my own life. If they come and they can stand in the smoke, I ain't bowing my head just to keep me broke. Burn the warrant, watch the letters curl. All that power's just paper in a world that hurts. If they want me, they can come at a run. I ain't hiding, I'm just never gonna run from myself. Stopped at mama's old shotgun house. Porch sag low like a tide at side. Found that envelope under the welcome mat. State seal grinning like a glassy eye. Sat on the steps on the corner, read my name like a thread on the page. Fade to appear, seed your wages like they own my time, on my rage. Thought of the cuss, the cold steel benches, clock with hands that barely move. Thought of my boy staring through the plexi, asked me what I'm trying to prove. Burn the warrant, let the flames decide. If I'm guilty, you want my own life. If they come and they can stand in the smoke, I ain't bowing my head just to keep me broke. Burn the warrant, watch the letters curl. All that power's just paper in a world that hurts. If they want me, they can come at a run. I ain't hiding, I'm just never gonna run from myself. So I lit that grill out back the trailer. A rusty lid screaming when it rose. Threw in last week, shut off notice. Old pay stubs, past due clothes. Moon hung low like a busted street lamp. Coyotes laughing past the wire fence. Heartbeat slow, then hard and louder, like it knew this all made sense. Held that warrant with my thumb and finger. Felt the weight of every line they wrote. Then I fed it to the coals, watched it twist like a snake with a broken throat. Burn the warrant, let the flames decide. If I'm guilty, you want my own life. If they come and they can stand in the smoke, I ain't bowing my head just to keep me broke. Burn the warrant, watch the letters curl. All that power's just paper in a world that hurts. If they want me, they can come at a run. I ain't hiding, I'm just never gonna run from myself. If they ask me why I did it, I say you took and never bled. You wrote rules for folks like you, then charge ran inside my head. Burn the warrant, let the flames decide. If I'm guilty, you want my own life. If they come and they can stand in the smoke, I ain't bowing my head. myself. Ash on my boots, sirens in the distance, wind carrying somebody's name. They can chase ghosts down all these back roads. I'll be following this little red flame. Old house leans on red clay hill, cross on the wall but the glass all spilled. Blood on the porch from my busted lip. Mama said pray while daddy swung his fist. I was born where the blacktop ends at the churchyard gate. Dust on my boots, cheap whiskey on my old man's breath and hate. He kept his belt on a nail by the kitchen door. Said, boy, you break, I break you a little bit more. I learned to count by the bottles in the sink at night. Learned to duck from the shadow of a porch light. Mama stitched my shirts, couldn't stitch her pride. Bruises up her arms that she tried to hide. I caught my name in the barn with a rusted knife. Swore right then I'd steal back my life. He grabbed my throat when I was 16 mean, spit in my face and called me his broken dream. I'm gonna choke the leash, make the collar snap, spit out the fear, peel the past right back. They tried to make a dog out of me. On my knees I bite the hand, walk off free, choke the leash. I took his keys off the peg by the busted frame. Polaroid burned where he scratched out mama's name. Truck coughed twice, then it found its roar. Gravel jumped loud like it knew this war. Sheriff's boy flashed lights at the county line. Said, turn around, son, your trouble ain't mine. I said, write your ticket, pin it on my chest. Whole damn town scared to lay him to rest. He leaned in close, smelled like old cheap smoke. Whisper, we both know that the law stays broke. So I floored that gas, let the back end slide. Left this blue light spinning in my rear view pride. Jukebox bar with the neon cross. I played my sins for the saints I'd lost. Told my story to a girl with a busted ring. She said, heard like that makes a soul want to sing. I'm gonna choke the leash, make the collar snap, spit out the fear, peel the past right back. They tried to make a dog out of me. On my knees I bite the hand, walk all free, choke the leash. Word came down, he was coughing up blood in bed. Preacher at the door, last rites by his head. I stood in the hall, boots on the crooked floor. Same old nails, same old belt by the kitchen door. He reached for me with that shaking hand. Eyes gone dull like a drought-killed lamb. Said, boy, I done wrong, wish I'd raised you right. But the room still smelled like every fight. I set that belt in his open palm, felt mine fading to something calm. Told him, die with the weight you chose. Walk past the cross, through the yard of bones. I lit a match at the barn out back. Watched that place turn to smoke and black. Sirens wail while the sky turned gray. I smiled at the flames and I walked away. I'm gonna choke the leash, make the collar snap, spit out the fear, peel the past right back. They tried to make a dog out of me. On my knees I bite the hand, walk all free, choke the leash. County judge said, son, that house is gone. I said, so's the cage that I lived in on. He said, what you gonna be now you cut that chain? I said, the kind of man that don't pass down pain. I'm gonna choke the leash, make the collar snap, spit out the fear, peel the past right back. They trying to make a dog out of me. On my knees, fight the hand, walk off free, choke the leash. New house leans on the land out. No fist, no belt, just a quiet home. My boy runs wild in the autumn. Judge said life, I watched his lips. Mama grabbed my sleeve, white knuckle grip. Town folks stared like I'd grown horns. Boots on tile, chains and scorn. They said I snapped, they said I lied, but I saw them walk out with my bride. Red dress torn, makeup smeared, sick burns on her wrist, eyes full of fear. I went straight to the law, they rolled their eyes. Called him sir, called me a lie. He shook my hand on the courthouse stairs, smiled at my girl like a dare. Blood on the gavel, dust on my name. Spit in my hand, I'll carve my own fate. You can lock my body, you can brand me straight, but I'm coming out swinging, gonna make him pay. Blood on the gavel, names in the ground. I hear that verdict in every small town. You can preach your mercy, I was born for the flame. I don't need your blessing, I just need his name. Blood on the gavel, I ain't gonna break. Every breath I'm taking is a vow I'll take. They shipped me off to a razor wire hill, cold steel, bunk state issue pills. Cellmate snowed, I just stared at the vent, replaying that smirk, every word he'd said. Wrote his name in the soap on the sink, scratched it deep till my fingers bled pink. Chaplain read verses through the bars one night, said, son, let it go, give it up to the light. I said, Padre, I ain't asking for a rest, I'm asking for a shovel and a bulletproof vest. He watched my eyes, then he turned away, murmured, God help whoever stands in your way. Blood on the gavel, dust on my name. Spit in my hand, I'll carve my own fate. You can lock my body, you can brand me straight, but I'm coming out swinging, gonna make him pay. Blood on the gavel, names in the ground. I hear that verdict in every small town. You can preach your mercy, I was born for the flame. I don't need your blessing, I just need his name. Blood on the gavel, I ain't gonna break. Every breath I'm taking is a vow I'll take. 12 hard years to the gate slid wide, plastic sack, old boost, no ride. Hit that highway, thumb to the wind, rust on the mailbox where it all began. His truck still parked by the oak out back, new coat of paint, same crooked back, curtains drawn, porch light low, my heartbeat loud, boots sank in the snow. I saw his shadow in the kitchen glass, laugh lines deep, I saw from cash. I racked that slide, felt my knuckles sting, kicked in the door and faced a man who ruined everything. Blood on the gavel, dust on my name. Spit in my hand, I'll carve my own fate. You can lock my body, you can brand me straight, but I'm coming out swinging, gonna make him pay. Blood on the gavel, names in the ground. I hear that verdict in every small town. You can preach your mercy, I was born for the flame. I don't need your blessing, I just need his name. Blood on the gavel, I ain't gonna break. Every breath I'm taking is a vow I'll take. He dropped his glass, said, boy, calm down. Yeah. I saw my girl's ghost behind him in that house. I raised my aim, but my hand froze tight, cause his little kid stared up with her mama's eyes. I walked back out, boots muddy, heart sore. Left my rage in that pistol on his kitchen floor. Sheriff's lights flash red on my worn out face. Turn around, he yelled, I just bowed my head. like a warning on his breath. Mama in the back row, hands on the chest. Chain on my wrist, cold biting my skin. Bailiff staring hard like he knows I'll sin again. I smelled old wood dust in every crack. Clock on the wall, second-hand tick back. Prosecutor smiling like it won the war. Talking about my past like a grocery store. Pulled up every fight, every barroom scar. Said I died drunk, slumped in my car. I looked at that cross hanging over the door. Thought if there's a heaven, it ain't in this court. No cage built yet that can hold my breath. No lock, no fence, gonna scare this still. They can stand my name in the county file, but they ain't gonna steal my walk, my mile. No cage built yet that can break this wheel. I've been, I've bruised, but I'm climbing still. They can slam that door, let the lights go black, but I'm carving my road, I'm coming back. Footprints deep in the dust I left. No cage built yet. No cage built yet. Public defender said, boy, take the deal. 12 years in the box for one bad steal. I saw dad's old truck rusting in my mind. Saw dust, sweat, his hand on mine. Teaching me to cut straight, measure twice. Heard him say you're more than your worst night. So I told that man, let the jury talk. If they want my years, they can see my walk. Took the stand, gaze hard as a nail. Told him about the job loss, rent, past due bail. Baby girl shoes with the holes in the sole. How a hungry child will pull at your soul. No cage built yet that can hold my breath. No lock, no fence, gonna scare this still. They can stand my name in the county file, but they ain't gonna steal my walk, my mile. No cage built yet that can break this wheel. I've been, I've bruised, but I'm climbing still. They can slam that door, let the lights go black, but I'm carving my road, I'm coming back. Footprints deep in the dust I left. No cage built yet. No cage built yet. Yeah. Jury came back with a split down face. Guilty on the paper, mercy in the grace. Judge said time served plus 5 on a rope. I heard 5 long winners, but I still heard hope. State yard, chain gang, sweat in my eyes. Shovel in the dirt, gray wash skies. Tattooed preacher said grace over beans. Showed me how to breathe through the in-betweens. I broke my girl letters on torn brown bags. Drew a little heart, folded up the rags. Day I walked free, gate slammed behind. Still stayed there, but it slipped my mind. No cage built yet that can hold my breath. No lock, no fence, gonna scare this still. They can stand my name in the county file, but they ain't gonna steal my walk, my mile. No cage built yet that can break this wheel. I've been, I've bruised, but I'm climbing still. They can slam that door, let the lights go black, but I'm carving my road, I'm coming back. Footprints deep in the dust I left. No cage built yet. No cage built yet. Got a trailer on a hill roof, patch with tin. Baby on my shoulder, her small soft grin. Every month I pass that courthouse stone. Tip my hat low and I drive on home. I got scars like maps on the back of my hands. Each one a line out of someone else's plans. They can build new walls, set tight in nets, but they ain't built the cage that can catch me. Yeah. No cage built yet. said my name from the Rust Red stage. Pointed that Bible like a shotgun gauge. Mama in the front row, eyes gone glass. Daddy in the doorway with a flask in his hand. I smelled old wood and Sunday sweat. Choir sang loud, but my jaw stayed set. Boots still muddy from the riverbank clay. Knife in my pocket and a plan for the day. They talked about things about crooked sons. I counted the exits in my two good lungs. When that old man yelled, "Boy, come down," I smiled, hit the road, left that cross town. I run the sermon, dust in my tracks, smoke in my lungs and the law on my back. You can ring that bell till the rafters crack. I ain't turning around, I ain't turning around. I run the sermon, night on my skin, black top bleeding as the miles roll in. You can pray for my soul, I was born to sin. I ain't laying them down, I ain't laying them down. That gravel road past the leaning graves, names carved crooked where the pine wind raves. Old stone angel with a busted wing, look like every broken promise they bring. I lit one match for the life I knew, watched that church fade in my rear view. Found a dive bar humming like a busted hive, neon cross crooked in the window light. Barkeep asked, "Boy, was chasing you?" I said aloud, "Old man in a dead-end pew." We laughed, slid a glass, said, "Pick your war." I picked the road and the swinging door. I outrun the sermon, dust in my tracks, smoke in my lungs and the law on my back. You can ring that bell till the rafters crack. I ain't turning around, I ain't turning around. On my skin, black top bleeding as the miles roll in. You can pray for my soul, I was born to sin. I ain't laying them down, I ain't laying them down. Sheriff's boy waiting by the county line, badge light flickering the kudzu vine. Said they caught a head, son, they want you home. I said home's wherever my tie's wrong. He thumbed his belt, said last good chance. I revved that engine, let the back wheels dance. Gravel jumped high like a hailstone rain. He cursed my name and the taillight stain. Past a burned out barn and a ghost town store. Kids carved warnings in the old front door. Leave while you can in a shaky hand. I laughed, that's my kind of land. I run the sermon, dust in my tracks, smoke in my lungs and the law on my back. You can ring that bell till the rafters crack. I ain't turning around, I ain't turning around. I run the sermon, night on my skin, black top bleeding as the miles roll in. You can pray for my soul, I was born to sin. I ain't laying them down, I ain't laying them down. I outrun the sermon every last mile, graveyard grinning with a crooked smile. They can raise their hands, I just raise my trowel. I ain't bowing down, I ain't bowing down. I ain't scared of flames, I grew up in heat. Kitchen floor shaking from a drunk man's feet. If the good book's waiting at the county gate, it can stand in line with the rest of my fate. So hang my jacket on a barbed wire post, pour my story for the worn out ghosts. If they come to drag me through that churchyard dirt, they'll just eat my dust in their own damn hurt. Judge said my name like a curse from the bench. Mama in the front row, hands on the fence. Bible in her lap, page folded to Job. I just stared past her at the holes in my coat. County on my back like a rusty chain. Public defender smelled like cheapo rain. He said, boy, take the deal, you're done. But I was raised staring barrel at sun. The last night sirens lit up my truck. They found that pistol, said my time was up. But they don't know the nights that carved my face, or the church that burned where we used to say grace. I spit back at Thunderdome, dropped to my knees, gritting my teeth, smoking my sleeves. If the sky wanna talk, it can come down here. I don't bow to the storm, I bite that fear. Daddy ran off with a waitress from Pike, left his leather jacket and a busted bike. I learned to ride on tires, showing why. I laid it down twice, walked home through Bryce. Preacher said, son, let the good book mend. Put his hand on my shoulder, felt like pretend. I saw his truck behind the liquor barn. Same decal as the knife in my arm. I got these scars from men who said trust, from fists in the kitchen, from barroom dust, from nights in the field with a dead cell phone, talking to the dark like it was my own. I spit back at Thunderdome, dropped to my knees, gritting my teeth, smoking my sleeves. If the sky wanna talk, it can come down here. I don't bow to the stone, I bite that fear. Got out last spring with a paper bag life, one pair of jeans, folding knife and spy. Walked past that steeple with the broken glass, rain on the steps like a stained glass cast. Sheriff boy laughed from a shiny new ride, tank kid who jumped me out by Miller's sign. He rolled his window, called me county trash. I saw last winter in the chrome and ash. I could've snapped, could've fed that fire, lit another bad night, dragged me down in the mire. But I gripped that rail, watched him fade in the dust, let the thunder roll first and shouted back my trust. I spit back at Thunderdome, dropped to my knees, gritting my teeth, smoking my sleeves. If the sky wanna talk, it can come down here. I don't bow to the stone, I bite that fear. I ain't holy, I ain't clean, but my words the sharpest thing I've seen. If you raise your hand, better raise it slow. I've buried enough nights out on that road. Back at Thunderdome, dropped to my knees, gritting my teeth, smoking my sleeves. If the sky wanna talk, it can come down here. I don't bow to the storm, I bite that fear. Now when clouds stack black over this town, I light one match, stare 'em all down. Wind starts to howl, but I stand in green. Let it crack the sky first, then I answer again.